One day, I wake up and realize that all these things that I put my faith and my hope in can be gone in the blink of an eye. I'm Blake. This is my story. I grew up in an amazing house. I grew up an athlete, and I grew up an achiever. I wanted to control everything. I wanted to succeed in everything. Straight A's, star of the baseball team. I achieved a lot of those things. Ended up getting a scholarship to play baseball in college. I had my sights set on winning championships in college, getting drafted. None of that worked out, but that's what I had my faith and my hope and my identity in. And when that came crashing down, I had to place that somewhere else. So that's when I started chasing it in career. I became an attorney after college, and I wanted that title. I wanted that salary. I wanted the perfect family. I started to get those things. I became more and more reliant on Blake. One day I wake up and realize that all these things that I put my faith and my hope in can be gone in the blink of an eye. There were 3 situations with my son. One example of those is I'm holding him in my arms. He's 11 days old. I'm holding him in my arms, and I've got everything under control. We're learning to be new parents. I'm succeeding in my attorney job, and I look down, and my son turns bluer than the sky. His eyes roll in the back of his head, and he stops breathing. I had to, as I'm on the phone with the 911 operator, I had to be walked through how to give my son mouth to mouth. In that moment, I realized that I don't have control over anything in my life, and my identity is in these things that are empty. They don't bring me or my family life, and they certainly don't guarantee our security. So I start questioning, what is this life about? How do any of us have any sort of control over anything? How do we feel any sense of security? And the answer is not in star of the baseball. It's not in your sport. It's not in your career. The answer is in the Lord Jesus. And at that time, that is when the Lord got a hold of my heart. And He allowed me to realize that there are other men and women out there that put their identity in their sport, in their careers, especially post-sports. So the Lord really got a hold of me in that moment and encouraged me to reach out to these men and women, these former athletes who have lost their identity because their sport is gone. They've lost their community because their team is gone, and they've lost their purpose. And they're trying to find a place to put their faith and their hope and their trust and their identity. And the answer is not in your career. It's not in your family. It's not in your kids, because at the end of the day, you're not in control. The Lord wants you to put your faith in Him, and your hope and your trust in Him, and He will reveal to you your identity and your passion. So that's my passion. I've got a passion for former athletes that are looking for why, that are looking for more. They're looking for their purpose and their identity, and that's something that only the Lord Jesus can help you find, and that's what I want to help athletes discover.